Geek Dad Life presents Toy Geeks, a live toy talk show. Tonight we're going to talk about all of the new Ghostbusters Afterlife reveals by Hasbro. Also, we're going to talk about Mcfarlane Toys bringing DC Direct back to life. And we're also going to talk about all those new Marvel Legends What If figures. All of that and more tonight on Toy Geeks. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toy Geeks. My name is Jay, and with me, as always, Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is John. John, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Jay?
I am doing well. A little crazy. Just ran here from other place and literally put that intro together 2 seconds before jumping on live today, but excited to be here as a big Ghostbusters fan. A really great week as a Ghostbuster fan. Really successful toy hunts that I'm excited to talk about in toy hauls later today or later in this episode, and some really cool toy news to talk about with you, John, as well as a lot of people in the chat already. Map Room Gaming, I think that's a new person. Welcome, Map Room. Cobweb, rocking the No Ghosts. Evil Villain. Hello, people. What's up? Who are you going to call? Usually the Ghostbusters, but tonight, the Toy Geeks. PD Dubs is in the house. Hey-o, PD Dubs. Space Cowboys. Everyone check out the second season of Movies That Made Us and the Ghostbusters episode. I'm watching that right now. Zach and I are watching the Jurassic Park episode, which has been a lot of fun. And Jay set me up for another Dayman reference. Let's get 3 weeks in a row. Hey, listen, I'm always down for Dayman. Here comes the C&J experience. Welcome. Here talking about Ghostbusters Afterlife, baby. Yeah. Hell yeah. Damned Ash is here. Free reign. While it took a beating this week, no regrets. Same here. Free reign. Especially some of the stuff I pick up today. Michael Palmer is here. Good to see you again, Michael. Stanley's Toy Channel. Nick Dillinger. Geek can make me feel good. I just gave Ray Parker Jr. $75. Gamaliel is here. Dartherian is here. Armando. Roberto Colon. Brandon's Vlogs. Welcome. Loves Ghostbusters. Oh, we love Ghostbusters too. I can't remember if I did Mike Davis. Mike Davis. Dartherian. Brandon. All Music 88. Oh gosh, so many people. John Rhodes. Geek Strong. Classic Action Figures. Comics. Bob Zegler, Pop Actor, Bearded Toyman, Tyler Holt, Jack Knight, Enlanderos, Nelson, Sebastian, Hung Wen is here as well. Gary, T Ponder, Nightmare, Phineas, Todd Smith. I'm sure many more that I missed, but hello everybody. Excited to be here with you all. Whew, I'm winded. That was long.
You need a water break.
Yeah, we should have a commercial, a little commercial break that I could plug in there.
Get the old 1950s drive-in intermission.
Exactly. Let's all go to the lobby. Yeah, I agree with you, Maria. Happy to see new toys. I think we're talking about the Kinder release of Ecto 1 or a new version that is out. Well, we're going to talk about all of the kind of reveals by Hasbro this past week, kind of digging into those a little bit, as well as a bit of a mystery, kind of a weird mystery with the Fright Features figures that I want to talk about. And I'm actually going to do a deep dive video on that, but we'll talk about that once we get to the main topic. But yeah, My Buddy commercial. There we go. I'll put in the My Buddy commercial. But a couple of weeks ago, John, you and I did, and maybe I deleted that thumbnail, but you and I did our top figures of 2021 so far. I think we did it beginning of July or something like that. And mainly because we just wanted to check in on, what we like so far. And I believe it was All Music said that, no Ghostbusters figures on your top 5, Jay? That's sacrilege. And I said, well, Hasbro, you got to just drop some stuff. I haven't seen anything. There's been just a few things here and there. And even Ghostbusters Day, aside from the mini puffs and the slimed version of the figures I already had, they're not doing too much. Well, finally, the trailer dropped, and Hasbro was finally able to say, okay, here's some of the stuff. And somehow at the same time synced with unleashing a whole bunch of Ghostbuster stuff at retail. So that week that we've been waiting for a year and a half finally happened. So kind of neat. But it's kind of a bummer they didn't sync it up with Ghostbusters there. Maybe it just they didn't. If they knew they're kind of pushing it back to Thanksgiving, that it was just gonna have to be that way. But I assume this is everything that they probably wanted to show us during Ghostbusters Day.
Yeah, I bet that they tried to. Maybe there was some logistics that didn't work out. Maybe the trailer wasn't finished.
I thought they finished the movie like a year ago. I feel like I saw something on Jason Reitman's Instagram where it's like finishing. We just watched the first edit or something. I don't know. They did change things around though, because we talked about it on the Screen Geeks when we dissected the trailer, but they changed some of the effects and stuff like that. So maybe they were still changing stuff up. Who knows? When you have that much time on your hands, you're going to start tweaking. But just ask George Lucas how tweaking turns out, because it doesn't always. You end up with. If you tweak it too much, that's what she said. But anyway, John, what do you say we just jump into the Ghostbuster stuff, right?
Let's do it to it.
Let's do it to it. Share the old screenerino here. So, Ghostbusters Plasma series. And this is kind of like one of those things where we talk about toy spoilers. I mean, this is something where I think we assumed the kids were gonna, don the packs, and I mean, we even saw it in the trailer a little bit, but I guess we didn't see them in the suits. But so we saw the kids, and then this is the one that got me a little bit. Was like the old man, the old GBs, donning the suits again. For these figures, and each figure comes with a Neutrona beam, so that's a win. And you have Old Man Murray, Old Man Aykroyd, Old Man Zedmore on the figures, and they're still the young body figures, so they're probably they're being graceful to these actors. But as much as I expected it. Just seeing the figures and realizing that yes, they're going to be on screen again, donning the packs again, was a bit of an emotional punch. What was your thoughts, John?
It's great. They're doing us a favor with each one coming with a stream.
Yeah.
How many figures altogether in this wave?
So it's kind of. This wave is interesting because it has these 3 Ghostbusters and 3 of the kids, but not Sophie. But we see a picture of her in this kind of group shot. So I think it's Lucky, Trevor, Tyler, something like that. And then Podcasts and Sophie. These 3 are paired with the 3 OG Ghostbusters to then make the Build-A-Figure Sentinel Terror Dog. And so I this was the theory that I wanted to throw out there on this Sophie figure that is not in the wave of 6 figures with the Build-A-Figure. You ready for my theory?
Yes.
I think they are going, and we have this RTV trap here. I think she is going to come with a 6-inch scaled Plasma Series Ecto 1. And that's why she's not paired with the 6-figure set. That's my theory. What's your thoughts on that theory?
I bet you're right. That's the first thing I was thinking, because
Phoebe. Sorry, I was saying Sophie. Phoebe.
Oh, I thought it was, all the other waves, or the last Plasma Series wave. Did every figure come with a Build-A-Figure piece?
Yes, every figure came with a piece for the Terror Dog.
Okay, because when they first showed these, I was trying to figure out if just the kids came with the Build-A-Figure piece, and the the OG Ghostbusters. I couldn't tell that there was a piece in there in the packages, so I just thought that the wave seemed like mismatched or something. But then when I saw her, I was like, is she another Build-A-Figure?
No, because the other 6 figures build the Sentinel.
Okay. Yeah, she must come with an Ecto-1. 6 in scale. It's got to be.
That's my guess. And it's Phoebe. I don't know why I thought so. If I knew it was Phoebe, kind of rushing in and hitting live and not really prepping my thoughts. But yeah, to me, even on the packaging for the Afterlife Fright Features series, Ecto-1, she's on the box and she's riding in the gunner seat. And I think, it would make sense for her figure to come with the Ecto-1. Because Podcast looks kind of small here. They all look like kid-sized figures. And but she is not in that wave, because if you go to Entertainment Earth, I guess this was for the anyway, that, let me look it up actually. A Plasma series Ghostbusters. This wave, maybe so now these are only 5 figures, or no. Who comes in this wave? So maybe it's another wave.
So maybe we've seen like 1.5 waves. Yeah,
maybe. Because we have Podcast, who comes with a mini puff, Ecto goggles, and the remote control. We've got Trevor, who comes with a map and some mini puff attachments, which is really freaking cool. Like, I love that.
This is so cool.
And then we've got so it has Lucky. It has Lucky too. And Lucky comes with the RTV trap. And she kind of comes with this cool, it looks purple on the Neutrino One plasma stream, which is pretty cool. And then you've got Old Man Murray. He comes with his psychic.
Yeah, it was sort of the psychic cards, not tarot cards, but whatever they were.
The effect, I'll tell you what the effect is. And then Dan Aykroyd or Ray, it looks like he comes with Tobin's Spirit Guide. Yep, so he comes with a big Tobin Spirit Guide, which is awesome. If he pulls out a Tobin Spirit Guide in the movie, clearly Jason Reitman loves the property and is gonna do it proper. But if he breaks out a Tobin Spirit Guide, we saw in the trailer he's in the Raise a Cult. Like, if he brings the Tobin Spirit Guide, pumped about that. And Winston Zedmore,
the Classifieds,
which that's probably not new. That's a reference more to him getting a job with the Ghostbusters in the
first time.
But so again, I love the accessories with these. So it's the 6 figures, and then you get the Build-A-Figure Sentinel, which looks pretty cool. But Phoebe is nowhere to be seen. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it, that the reason why we're seeing Phoebe but not seeing there's nowhere to buy her. There's no pre-order to buy Phoebe. She's got to come with the Ecto-1 or some other vehicle or something.
Or they just don't want to spoil another wave. Just
True.
because we might see characters.
True. That's true.
Because we know all these people we know are in it. And we've seen the Sentinel Terror Dog, fully in the trailer. So maybe they're just holding back major spoilers.
That's true. That's probably what's going to be. But I'm just hoping it's an Ecto-1. Just because, especially with all this stuff coming out and having that Plasma Series Ecto that we did get, which is not barely a 3 3/4 scale car, it's just disappointing. It's just like, what do I do with this?
You put it next to your Playmobil one.
But the Playmobil one's better. Sounds. And so I think it is just wishful thinking that Phoebe will come with a 6-inch scaled Ecto-1.
It could. It could.
But again, more than likely, it'd probably just be with other figures. I think some great call outs here. The miner skeleton figure, like the miner zombie, would be awesome. Also, Janine. We haven't gotten Janine yet, and we saw her in the trailer, so maybe we'll get a Janine. We also don't have Carrie Coon's character and Paul Rudd's character in figure form, even though it seems very much they're setting them up to be the Louis Tully and Dana Barrett of this film.
Yeah.
Slightly different Louis Tully because he never got with Dana, but it seems like they're kind of the romantic interest between each other. So yeah, I think in a 4-inch tall staple figure, maybe especially based off what I saw with the Fright features Stay Puffed, where it seems like we're going to get a bigger version. Maybe not the gigantic version, maybe a human scale Stay Puft in this film.
Do you think we would get a Plasma Series Slimer or what's the other one, Muncher?
A Muncher would be great. Maybe a 2-pack because they're kind of smaller scaled ghost. But a Slimer and a Muncher would be a good 2-pack for sure.
Yeah, to have decent figures of them, like good articulation,
translucent plastics.
Yeah,
would be really cool. Evo Shandor, that'd be cool. We saw a very kind of demon version of Evo Shandor at the end of the video game, and Minimates did a Minimates version of that Evo Shandor. I'm sure it'll look different in this film if he shows up. But that would be cool. That'd be really cool. The trailer showed this taxi driver ghost again, so maybe we can see that. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Older Sigourney Weaver. I believe everybody, save for Rick Moranis, is confirmed to be showing up in this film. My hope is that it's Dana Barrett drives Peter Venkman up there, say, "All right, honey, take care of it."
Maybe they've been holding a secret that what's his face will be on it, Rick Moranis.
I hope so. Alex Martinez, another Paul Rudd figure would be so sweet. I can use another head sculpt for my Ant-Man figure. Yeah, the previous Ant-Man figure, his face is so smarmy. Probably gonna have to be more normal Paul Rudd face.
Yeah, that's not really great for a battle scene.
No. Something like this. Something like that. Dan Ash made a good point. That Muncher figure in the things in his mouth, there's like a muffler and the Ecto 1 license plate. I really hope he doesn't eat the Ecto 1. I'd be really sad. But again, maybe they'll drive up in the Ecto 1A. I think we talked about that in the Screen Geeks episode. Walter Peck, man, that'd be cool if he showed up in the movie. William Atherton coming back would be awesome. Phoebe comes with Ghost Egon. That's another good pick, right?
That'd be a good one. Yeah.
It's her dead grandpa. So I'd be down with that. Constipated Paul Rudd with real high. So really excited about these. Again, I'm sure people will complain like, "Oh, kids shouldn't be Ghostbusters" or whatever. It's fun. I think it's a lot of fun.
It is
a bit of that. It is a passing the torch, but it also has a bit of that coming of age kind of feel, like Stranger Things. Which is really funny that we have a Finn Wolfhard in Ghostbusters attire twice for 2 different properties. We have there was Mcfarlane, right? The Stranger Things Ghostbuster set.
Yeah, they did like the 4-pack, the big 4-pack.
Back with all of them. And then now we have him acting as Trevor, also with the Ghostbuster garb. But this is official Ghostbuster garb, not like a homemade Halloween costumes. But I'm down for it. I'm really down for it.
Yep. Now I need to go back and get the first wave of Plasma Series figures. I still need to get those.
They're clearance right now. Like you can get them at Target for like $5 or something stupid like that. So if you can find them, Now's the time.
Yeah, I should I should go hunting for those.
Free reign. The Cubs are going to fare better than my wallet this week after it's all said and done with these pre-orders. Ooh, Cubs fans, I feel for you. As a Padre fan, I feel for you. It's a shame that they got rid of their amazing core of players. But anyways, we're not a sports show, but I do feel for you, Cubbies. Also, how did the Red Sox not get Rizzo? I totally thought they were going to get Rizzo. How did the Yankees get Rizzo?
I don't know how that happened.
Anyway, moving on. I would love a larger scale firehouse. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Like, so here's my question to you, John. Like, it's definitely something that would be a HasLab thing, right? Is there enough momentum for Hasbro to be like, let's put it out there and do a 6-inch scale firehouse? There's no way, right? It would have to be a 4-inch, Kenner style upgraded version of the firehouse, I would think, just from a scale perspective. Like a 6-inch scale would be insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to do the math in my head. Seeing first the Mr. Fantastic figure with Galactus. I feel like that would be like twice the height of Galactus for a 2 scale building.
Yep. It would be. Oh, you know what though? That Galactus is probably about as tall. But if you're thinking about like the depth and be able to hold a car, like
it would just be like half the depth, enough to put the car and quarters on the second floor. Like maybe you can open it from the side and have a sleeping quarters with a pole, just enough room for that. Because past that in the back, past the car would be like Janine's desk,
and then like Peter's office.
Yep.
And not even, the Kenner one. It didn't have enough room to put Ecto in there completely. So what I would usually, I found a second shell of a firehouse and I put them together, and then that gave me enough space.
Oh, that's awesome.
But, yeah, I would. So I think Matt Broom Gaming says, I want a classic Kenner Classics firehouse and a Gene figure as part of the modern Fright Features line. If it's just a straight up re-release of the Kenner, like a Kenner Classics version of the firehouse, I think that could be a normal retail release. And we've talked about it on the show before.
Yeah, definitely.
The box
because
there's
been enough play sets at retail that would be of similar size, like from Play School stuff, Jazzware stuff. The smaller DC figures, the 4-inch ones. It can definitely happen, but I think I would rather have a Kenner Classic Firehouse over a 6-inch scale.
Yeah, I agree.
A new one.
Yep. Yeah, I would love either just a straight up re-release, or if they were doing HasLab, kind of make our dream version of a firehouse playset, but RGB style. I still think would like it to be real Ghostbusters, I think. I don't think it would be as big as a Detolf, because I have the firehouse facade from Diamond Select right over there, and it's scaled kind of to 7-inch figures, and it's it's big, but it's not. It's just the front of the firehouse, but it's not gigantic. Like it's not. I have the Detolf. It's not that big. It's maybe like 1.5 squares, maybe, of if you have a Detolf at home in terms of.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
Because it's a 2-story. I think it's a 2-story building plus a basement. So maybe it's 3 stories. But anyway, Eshko, B Eshko. Yeah, as long as it has an Olay sticker in it, like the OG. Agreed, 100%. And I always loved how that sticker was Granny Gross. Or at least I always assumed it was Granny Gross in that car or in the thing. Jay, Alker Ukaner. Maybe, I'm sorry. I totally Ilker. Maybe Ilker. Jay, a Jaska series would be cool. Agreed. Jaska figures, I wish I bought them back in the early days of eBay when they were a nickel, because now they're really expensive. But I've always had a soft place in my heart for the Jaska Argentinian versions of the Kenner Real Ghostbuster figures in in car and stuff like that. Hey, you got to try this pole. I'm gonna get my stuff. We can stay here tonight, sleep here, to try it out. Somerville Water Tower Build-A-Figure. They could produce the fires in stackable tiers to keep costs down while maximizing profits, maybe. But then if it's like kind of really flimsy once you put it together, that would be lame.
Yeah, you'd have a modular firehouse that just falls over 3 stories up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Brandon Davis, I have 2 of the Proton Blaster mods, but I have not seen any figs yet. It's been, I went to very many different Targets. Like one only had the blaster. The one closest to me only had the Ecto one and the Ghosts. And then another one had the figures. Another one had the marshmallow packs. So I have yet to see one that had all of them in one place. But I have seen pictures like on Toy Shiz and stuff where they have the full thing set up. So, I assume it's trickling in, and in time it'll be kind of a full section full of stuff once it all kind of comes in. T Ponder, unpopular opinion, but the Kenner Firehouse is pretty lame. I've heard that of the Kenner Firehouse. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. Just in the terms of principle, how do you get up to the upper levels? You just have to like jump up there. There's no stairs, and there's no furniture or anything. They're just bare floors. So I understand the criticism of it, but I think as a kid, I don't know, it never bothered me, but I understand the criticism of the Kenner Ghostbuster Firehouse. Where do you kind of side on that debate, John?
For an 80s playset, it has very little play features.
Yeah,
it's got opening doors and a pole that spins. And that's really the only thing it has going for it.
Great for the slime.
Yes, yeah, the grates for the slime. But how often did you do that? Because it was more so a lot to clean up.
Oh man, the cleanup was brutal.
Just like the slime pit, it wasn't worth using it half the time.
It's true. It's true. But I loved, after the days of my ectoplasm being long gone, I loved on mine that I would still find little flecks of the dried ectoplasm in the grates and stuff like that.
I would find it more so in my carpet.
Yeah. My parents hated that stuff so bad. 8 diabetic, Ecto 1 does not fit in the firehouse. I know. It kind of was weird. I would have to shove it in there. But I don't know why. For me, I freaking love the thing. But I do understand the criticisms because 80s play sets, you have a trapdoor, you have some type of elevator, you have some type of I'm trying to think of the essentials. Trapdoor, elevator. What else? Of some sort. Blaster.
Yep. Snake Mountain and the USS Flag both had items you can talk through.
True, microphone feature.
Yeah, that was a big one.
A throne room. I'm looking at the playsets now.
Yeah, there's always some sort of main sitting area where the leader always.
Yep.
Trying to think what else.
What I'm looking at. Oh wait, there we go. So yeah, I'm thinking
there's a couple helipads.
Yeah, you got helipads. You've got dungeons. You've got elevators. You've got trapdoors. You've got laser cannons. You've got places to sleep. Like a place that has a bed. Yeah, so the Kenner doesn't have any of that except for a fire pole. But it's just so perfect. It's one of those, it's an enigma for me where maybe I'm just such a fan. But I always love the Firehouse playset. But I do understand where people are coming from with the criticisms of the Firehouse playset.
Yeah, I've appreciated it much more over time. The
Boba Fett, and this, it does have a place to land the Ecto 2 because I would always land the Ecto 2 on the roof of the Firehouse. Even though it didn't have an official helipad, it kind of the grate kind of always acted like that. And also, as a kid, I liked that the grate was there because I could put a flashlight underneath and act like the containment unit had exploded. And
oh wow, that's awesome! Yeah,
as I was like, oh, it's a double feature because it comes out of the roof in the movie. I was like, here you go.
And did you turn the lights off in the room?
Oh yeah,
to watch
absolutely.
it shine through?
Well, remember, like, I don't know, growing up in the 80s, rooms were not as well lit as things are now. I think there was like one lamp, you know?
Yeah, one lamp. Your flashlight was always better than the light in your room.
So didn't matter if the lights are on up. But anyway, so yeah, I think it had a good effect. I had a flashlight, and I had a flashlight that had like little different lens covers on it. I think it was like a red or pink one, and then so I did that. And then the other thing about the fire is it did have the containment, which I think is a pretty cool containment unit kind of trap mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I get the hate, or I get the people not loving it, but for me, I did love it. I did love it. Jay, you were using your firehouse out of building code. Yes, sir. Is always some sort of landing platform or helipad. T Ponder, will you do a review of the mini puff surprise? I hate how much of a mess they are. Yeah, so I will get to that in my hauls, but it's a great request, and it's one that hopefully I will have an answer to very soon. Faux wood paneling, absolutely. Happy Mother's. No bedroom. How's Ray gonna get ghost head play features now? It's the one out of place scene that they should have probably cut from the movie because it doesn't. I get it now as an adult, but as a kid, I was like, "What's going on? I don't get it."
It added nothing as a kid.
Nothing again. And even as an objective adult, I was like, "This adds nothing to the film." Otherwise, it's the edits a really clean edit, moves along really quickly, but that scene is like, why does that exist? That was like a little bit too much National Lampoons kind of in there. Pop Actor, I had to play with my toys down in a damp, wet basement. Didn't we all?
Sometimes we chose to, though.
Yeah. Mike Davis, those mini puffs are crazy messy. I felt like I was being pranked. Yeah. Ray dressed like Napoleon in the dream. Yeah, he had the tassels on his shoulder and everything. But anyway, all right. I didn't get it. I just knew I probably shouldn't be watching it. That's fair. Nick Tillinger, the ghost BJ has not aged well. My parents were not happy about having to try and explain a ghost power. My parents didn't. Like, I think I asked, like, they're just being silly. I'm like, okay. It's underpants. Like, that's right, it's underpants. I didn't know any better. But anyway. All right. I think that's everything with I did want to for the Fright Features figures, we're also getting the kids in Ghostbusters gear. I don't think these have hit retail yet, but you're getting Podcast Phoebe, Trevor, and Lucky. And what I love about the little accessory ghosts, or the companion ghost, is there's a little bug-eye ghost.
I wish they would have done, new little versions of all of the old ones.
I know. Like, here's a Muncher, so I get you have to have Muncher there.
Yep.
But these other slots, while it's cool they're doing new ghosts, which, maybe it's for the best, but if you're going to do a bug-eye ghost, come on, give me H2O ghost, give me Bad the Bone ghost, give me Full Speed Ahead ghost, give me Brain Blaster, like little versions of the big ghosts from the original Kenner line. Mind blown. If I'm this excited for a little bug-eye ghost, just go all out. Just go in and do it all. So really pumped for the mini Bug-Eye Ghost. Podcast gets the mini Bug-Eye Ghost. Phoebe gets Muncher, and then Trevor and Lucky get these two randos. There's kind of a Cthulhu looking one and this little bug looking one. But yeah, come on, a little cute H2O ghost. Oh, that'd be so cool.
What's the skeleton guy? Which one? What's
Bad to the Bone?
Bad to the Bone. That's the one I want.
Mm-hmm.
I want that one, and then maybe a ghost trap. But they don't even have to make it springy. They could just make it like a regular hinge,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 100%. So home run here, but you could have put, give us a couple others right here, because that'd be really, really freaking cool. Do-Ray-Egon. Podcast is a Proton Pack in this line. Yes, he does. This is more of kind of the generic kid line, so who knows? We haven't seen the movie, so we don't know how that's going to turn out. But it's a good call out. These toys would be so awesome for the Playmobil Firehouse. It's a good point. I think it scales pretty well with the Playmobil one.
That would be cool.
I have one, but the kids keep breaking it, so it's in pieces in one of the bins out there in the playroom area. But if my kids play hard, man, they tore
It'll
that
give Playmobil a new opportunity for more Ghostbusters.
right.
I'm sure they'll get into this too.
Mm-hmm. And I will talk about this in a second, but the 2 series, Venkman and Zedmore, have different ghosts in each series, and this is kind of it's kind of this mystery. Go back to so when these figures were first shown to us at New York Toy Fair in 2020, so right before the pandemic shut everything down. They showed Peter with this little terror dog and Winston with Slimer. And then the toy line essentially got delayed until the movie was going to come out. But for some reason, some of the original shipments and toy sellers that put in orders from the smaller toy sellers, some of those shipments went out to people. And I was lucky enough to get a set of these figures back in June of 2020, so a year and a couple months ago. And I did a review of those figures way back when. It's one of my most popular videos, like 20-something thousand views on that set. And something that happened when these figures finally started hitting toy shelves was people were like, wait a second, why do these new ones not have Slimer and the Terror Dog? Instead, they're repaints of the ghosts that came with Ray and Egon.
Huh.
This is what people are finding at Targets. And so I was like, maybe they made a running production change for whatever reason. And I have them right here. And so I was curious to know if the Slimer that came with the figures maybe had like a choking hazard or something, which I couldn't really find a reason that it had a choking hazard. And same for the Terror Dog. Terror Dog's pretty simple. He just opens his mouth.
Yep.
Which is kind of cool. So yeah, I was like, did they change the figures, or maybe it was cheaper to do it, or maybe they didn't want to drop Slimer in there because they're doing another Slimer? I don't know, but they just kind of did repaints, which is kind of boring. And I mean, colors are nice, but it's kind of boring that you have 2 of the same, especially when we're talking about like throwing some classic Kenner ghosts in there.
Yeah, rather than just, I mean, like you said, why would we get another Slimer? But why would we get another repaint?
Yeah, exactly. So to me, that means something like, oh, maybe they found a choking hazard on it or something like that. Because something else I've noticed on the figures, and I have this figure, on the Winston figure, they added a warning choking hazard to the box as well. So my thought was maybe there's some type of choking hazard on the Slimer, and Terror Dog, they kind of did we're already sending these things out, let's just do repaints of the other ones, just get them out there.
Yep.
But on Entertainment Earth, they actually they're separating it as like waves 1 and 2, where I guess wave 2, they're pairing it with the Slimer and Terror Dog, which doesn't make sense because I would think maybe that's wave 1.
That would be wave 1, yeah.
But they're saying it's wave 2, and wave 1 is the one with these doubled up. Here, this wave 1 set has the new repainted ghosts, which you can add to cart. I guess it's shipping soon.
And both waves are the same price. Like the Slimer one isn't harder to find. And
they kind of have these fake names with the ghosts. So you have Sesame Spinach, Pepper A, Zucchini A. Wait, whatever. It's the code names, I guess. And then for the Wave 2 set that has the Slimer and Terror Dog, they're classifying as Pepper B, Zucchini B. So at first I was like, okay, maybe they were sitting on stock that they maybe sent them last year. They've just been sitting on, and they'll fulfill those orders, and then that's it.
Yep.
Or is there truly going to be just existing variants all at the same time? Like I'm really confused about this. I'm going to do a full video on it because I have both sets of figures, but I really don't know why they did that.
Yeah. The choking hazard makes sense, if they weren't going to restock them,
Mm-hmm.
but now that they're in separate waves here, I don't know
Weird, right?
what the reason would be.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if they changed the Ghostbusters themselves, if they did, like, a different colored jumpsuits or something,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
They
But
didn't. Yeah, do GB2 suits. I love the gray
right.
suits.
I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know.
the Terror Dog Mini and Slimer will be released with the figures in Wave 1.5 later in August, September, which is weird because at Toy Fair and those figures that I got a year and 2 months ago, which were the first ones you could get, it was the Slimer and Terror Dog. But apparently they made a change to these repainted ones, and then they're going to come back to the Slimer and Terror Dog. I've reached out to a few people from Hasbro over the past year or so just to try and have conversations, and they haven't said, yes, Jay, I'll come on and talk to you. But I would love to ask them about this. Like, I'm sure it's something really simple that just like, hey, the factory, the thing that made the Slimer broke, so we had to put something in there for a while. Then we come that maybe it's as simple as that. But I'm just kind of curious on why the production changed.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll say that's that. Ghostbusters, it's a thing.
Very cool.
All right. We talked about it on the show a few months ago. DC Direct dying. And we kind of said, well, McFarlane's doing a really good job with DC anyway.
Mm-hmm. But McFarlane only had, I think, till the end of next year for the DC license, if I remember correctly, when they first gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this was their, almost like a gift. Like, you've been killing it with DC.
Yeah.
Would you like to continue the old DC Direct, DC collectibles?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a pretty big blessing for McFarlane Toys.
Yeah. And kudos to them. And I think it's really cool. And then also there's now the McFarlane Toys store.com.
Yep.
They're doing online stuff. So I think this is really cool news, especially for the DC fans and the people that lamented DC Direct dying. I think this is awesome.
Yeah. And I'm curious because in the press release, it said that McFarlane was going to handle all remaining inventory. So I wonder if Warner or whoever is heading this has a warehouse somewhere that's all that stuff that was either not shipped, last waves of things, or just like old inventory.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it'd be cool. It'd be cool if they did that for sure.
I'm really excited for this. I'm super excited.
Yeah, because I mean that means Batman animated series keeps going. Batman Black and White, the Harley Red and White Black and Stat, like stuff can continue on.
Yep,
awesome.
I hope they go back and reissue the animated series stuff because now that it's skyrocketed in price.
I know,
it's unreal.
There was a time you couldn't sell them for retail.
I know. I think I bought the first, I don't know, like 30 figures for $100 loose on eBay. Because I mean, people were practically giving those things away.
Yeah. Yeah. Phineas says, what does this mean? Hasbro will take over Marvel Select next? Why not?
I don't think they'd want to.
That's true.
There's a lot of figures there that are lacking a lot of articulation.
Yeah. Armando, how does this channel not have any more subs? Is mind-boggling. Well, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button and that bell icon, as well as hit the like button. Luckily, we're not talking about Motu Revelations, so we probably won't get,
we won't get dislikes.
It's sad because not to get too off topic, but any person that said they liked Revelation got slammed on likes on you. I don't know if you saw that. Like I think Hebrew and a couple others, like people that if they said they liked it, it was like a coordinated attack. But at the end of the day, like I don't care. If you hate it, dislike. That's fine. I don't care. You're not. I do this for fun. I do this for fun. Hang out with my friends and do stuff. So like whatever. You're not hurting my feelings. What you need to do, make yourself happy, then so be it.
Yeah.
Engagement.
Although it's kind of tapered down. The public hate has started to taper down, until the next thing, like the trash talk of the next topic.
But yeah. Triggered. You like a cartoon? How dare you? Poor Motu. Thumbs down. Oh, come on, Pop Actor. Come on. We got to at least have your vote. Comics. I saw a picture of Facebook from Philippines with a store with McFarlane DC and DC collectible stuff all displayed. There were lots of the animated series figures shown. There you go.
Oh.
Oh no, somebody just gave you a thumbs down. Oh, come on, CAF. You got, please. I'm kidding. I do care. I care so much.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Oh man. Josh, I was here with less than 5K subs. It's growing. Yeah, surely, but sorry.
Slowly but surely.
Thank you. Jeez, I can't even do simple phrases tonight. Oh no, Bernie Davis, why are you saying these things? You cannot say statements like this.
Bernie's about to get disliked by someone.
Bernie, be careful, Bernie. Damn, Ash, I like Revelation so far. It's only half over. Yeah, exactly. It's
exactly.
We don't know what's gonna happen. Oh no! So somebody did dislike. I'm sure it's Pop Actor. Let's be honest. If it was somebody here to be a smart aleck, it would be Pop Actor.
Yep.
That's what I would think.
Or it's Natalie.
Pop Actor. Yeah, it's probably Natalie Imbruglia. Let's be honest. She's the true hater. Oh man. Anyway.
Yeah, it's Wednesday, right? Wednesday, McFarlaneToys.com.
Yes. McFarlane Toys.
Toy store.
Ooh. 2 S's.
2 S's in there.
Which did somebody own McFarlane Toy Store? Or because they want to be for McFarlane Toys, but
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
You're getting a pretty good deal though. If you spend $200, you get was it King Spawn #1 signed, guaranteed.
I know, really cool exclusives and stuff like that. It's really neat. Yeah, wins. It was on Toy Arc. I'll probably find it real quick.
But I think if you go to McFarlaneToysStore.com, there's a countdown clock.
So yeah, launching August 4th. Maybe they have a link to it. Yeah, probably. Coming soon, 2 days, 15 hours, 9 minutes, and 46 seconds. So that's exciting. And good for like McFarlane just hanging around. Like Left 4 Dead, arguably, I would say, for toy collectors, and such a bounce back for them. I'm really happy for all those people that put that work into it, because I think they're doing really good stuff.
Yep. Super turnaround for McFarlane Toys. Incredible.
Even do they still do the sports stuff? They haven't done they need to do a Tatis Jr. I need a Tatis Jr. go with my Tony Gwynn, but maybe they don't do it anymore.
I think is it Dragon Toys?
I have no idea.
I have a few of them. They're the Japanese import figures. So typically at the Greensboro show, I pick up Red Sox figures there, but I think it's a Japanese import called Dragon.
Good to know. But yeah, so as a bonus, when the store launches, folks that spend over $50 will get a black and white variant cover of Spawn's Universe #1. Random copies will be signed. And if you spend over $200 at launch, you get a black white variant cover of Spawn's Universe #1, but guaranteed to be signed. Lots of exclusives. Again, August 4th. Really cool. I think it's really neat.
Yep.
Imports Dragon Canada.
Okay.
And Phineas Spock. A lock of Todd's hair. That's a great one.
Priceless.
I had a Trevor Hoffman, but I gave it to my dad. And Tony Gwynn, McFarlane Sports Toys. our legendary players are few, but they're mighty. Dennis Moreno, support this channel. If you don't, you're not a very nice person. Listen, if it's not your cup of tea, that's fine. That's fine. But we have I love our community here. I love everyone that we hang out with on the channel. T Ponder, I'm starting my junior year of high school tomorrow. T Ponder, well, good luck, sir. Junior year is a good year.
Enjoy it.
It was the best year. My son's starting 2nd grade tomorrow, which is blowing my mind.
Oh my God.
Right?
Where did that happen?
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, time, man. It goes by fast. Would love to see fully articulated sports figures. Absolutely. But there's something to the McFarlane kind of just static pose, that it's a sports figure, so it's not like, trying to set up in crazy dynamic poses. Like I want to see Tony Gwynn swing his bat, You
want to set him up like Spider-Man with web?
Yeah, exactly. I'm more forgiving to less articulation to a sports figure than other types of figures.
Yes, because it's usually just a nice iconic pose that they've done. You know.
Absolutely. School starting in August. Mind blown. North Carolina, they start August. When I was a California kid, we didn't start till after Labor Day, but everywhere's different. Starting lineup. Kenner starting lineup. Ugh, freaking love those figures. My two favorites, again, I think I got them in 88. Got a Tony Gwynn starting lineup and a Ryan Sandberg starting lineup figure. And so Tony Gwynn and Ryan Sandberg were my two homies back in the day. But again, go ahead.
I had one.
Which one? Roger Clemens.
No, it wasn't even a Red Sox. It was Darryl Strawberry.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Man, those 80s players, man, just something magical about, maybe because that's what we grew up with or whatever, but like Darryl Strawberry was legendary, Dwight Gooden, Roger Clemens.
You didn't even need to be a fan of the team. You could just be a fan of the player.
And then Ken Griffey Jr. came around, just like,
yeah, blew it all up.
Coolest freaking dude ever. So cool. Anywho, all right. Pop actor. In my day, it was September. No, I think certain places are just September. I think it just changes on. There was nothing more depressing. Back to school commercials were bad, but to me, the most depressing was like going to Target or whatever, and you see the back to school stuff out, and it's just there's a level of depression, and that I still get to this day of seeing the back to school stuff out because. Oh, Bo Jackson. Oh, my God. Bo Jackson.
Oh, yeah. Bo knows.
Bo knows. Kids today don't understand, but like Bo Jackson from like 89 to 91. It's crazy how short it was, but the greatest athlete of all time.
Yep. Back in the day, kids, people played basketball, baseball, and football.
But like Deion Sanders did both, but like he did it. He was exceptional in both, which is insane. Yeah. Insane. Danny Thomason, LT. All right, we're getting too sportsy here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to schedule a sports episode.
Exactly. Some Motu stuff. What do you think of these inbox pictures of Mosquitor?
Looking pretty good. I really like that alternate head.
I know, me too. I love the alternate head. And I love the mini comic.
Which one did that came with another figure, right?
The Horde Plague?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. Maybe it did. I don't know. Maybe I haven't opened up Wave 5 yet, so I don't know. Maybe he did.
I think that you opened up Buzzsaw Hordak though, right?
No, it's still sitting in the box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that comes with Buzzsaw, yeah, because I know I have that comic.
But I don't know if it's intentional for this picture, but it looks like the jangly leg Motu figure. This pose of the Mosquitor.
It's got the twisted like band inside. Or it kind of looks like he's doing a pose too, like he's on stage at a bodybuilding competition.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm really pumped for it. This is a great call out against me. I think it's fair, Phineas. Jay, where are the new Origins reviews? Yeah, I kind of just fell behind on doing reviews. But I'm getting back on the horse. I did all these Ghostbuster ones, and then I think Mike has the Wind Raider finally, so I think he's coming into Raleigh on Thursday, he said. So if I get the Wind Raider, hopefully I can just get on a roll and try and finish out all of these backed up Motu Origins reviews that I have to do. But something of note, just like the review, even though it's like 9 minutes, it takes about 5 hours to do 9 minutes of that episode. So if I get really busy, I just don't have time to do that. But if I can get the schedule going and find times and pockets of time doing the reviews, because I do love doing them. I do love doing them. It just takes way more time. Doing this show, even though it's an hour and a half of content, I do maybe an hour and a half of prep work versus a 9-minute review. It's about 5 hours of work. It's shooting all the different shots, doing the overdubs, doing the editing, all that stuff. And then doing the thumbnails and everything. About 5 hours per 9 minutes of review.
Do you always do it continuously every time?
Like, what do you mean?
Like will you record all those 5 hours continuously?
Usually I try to. I like getting in the rhythm because sometimes I'll shoot the figures and then start the next day on the stuff, like do the B-roll stuff.
Yep.
But I like trying to do it in one swoop because then I just kind of the rhythm is better because it's fresher in my mind. When I do just shooting all the footage of the figure and then doing my overdubs the next day, it's not as fresh in my mind. So I like trying to do it all in one fell swoop. Yeah. Ideally, but I don't always have that much time. So usually it's I shoot all the footage of opening up the figure and everything with my 4K cameras, and then I'll shoot the talking head stuff. And then most of when you're seeing the figure with the 4K video, that's me recording an overdub to go along with that. And then I'll put in the music and stuff and everything afterwards. But if you watch it, like there's so many shots. It keeps it really busy with intention, because YouTube cares if people drift away. So it's all with intention to try and keep your eyes glued to the screen. I don't want to lose you when I'm doing a review. So that's kind of like sometimes just like it's just nonstop, because I don't want you ever get bored if you're watching one of my reviews. I want you to be like, all right, I got it. Let's just skip on to the next thing. So the hope, my goal when I do a review is if it's 8 or 9 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, you enjoy watching it all the way through. And there's not like a point like, all right, I get it. I don't need to watch this anymore. That's my goal. Don't always succeed in that, but that's my goal. Anyway. All right. Colleen is in the house. Hello.
Hello.
T-Pon, I can't believe it takes 5 hours. You must put a lot of work into your videos. It's the editing and trying to be succinct and but I like it. I like being creative, and I like trying to make engaging content.
Well, it definitely works. You've gotten me to buy stuff.
So boom, there we go. Which I'm not trying to get you to buy stuff. I just want you to enjoy it. Be like, hey, I get what this thing is now.
But your review is so thorough.
I try to be, but then there's sometimes like I missed that thing. Dang it. My dad said He-Man is full of crap. My dad says you guys are full of crap, and that's why you guys went out of business. I love that Jason Reitman's in Ghostbusters 2, and he's directing it now. Phineas, I learned about the trap jaw arm variant through your reviews. Well, I'm glad. Nick, fresh baked content for us on Gratefulness. Not at all. Not ungrateful at all. I do because I like doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. That's the end of it. I don't make money from this endeavor. Well, you make some money, but it's very little money compared to the work put into it. Pennies on the dollar for sure. Helder Santos, I pre-ordered the next wave of Origins figures. I got 8 new Origins figures today. LOP Merman, didn't open it. New Evelyn, Buzzsaw, Hordak, Fisto, Battle Armor, He-Man, Armor Skeletor, Clamp Champ. Awesome. Yeah, seems like they are coming through very, very fast.
Yeah, seeing a lot of postings about findings.
Yeah, they're coming on strong. Marvel Legends, What If Wave. Pretty cool. I'm excited for the show. And I love the animated kind of look because it's kind of cell shaded animation, right? For the show.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I really like this animated look. It shows that Hasbro can pull off another style really well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I mean, I know they did the Spider-Man Spider-Verse figures. Those translated really well from the animation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think these look really, really good.
Like Heist Nebula, look at this thing. Oh, I love it. These just really pop.
I think the Peggy's my favorite one.
Yeah, Peggy for sure. Yeah, Peggy that's a must buy.
Yep. And is the Watcher, is that an animated style? It's a little hard to tell.
Well, if it's What If, so I thought it was because it'll say Loki for Sylvie. So I think it's animated style.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I do still like the Marvel Select Watcher better.
Yeah, that's fair. I love the T'Challa Star-Lord, Hydra Stomper.
That thing looks awesome.
So cool. But I agree. Like the looks of these figures is really, really cool. And it to your point, Zombie Captain America is really freaking cool.
Yep.
That's so awesome.
I want to see him try and do an animated X-Men wave.
Yes. 100%.
Because that Mondo animated Wolverine looks pretty good.
I know.
They could translate that to a 6-inch figure.
And there's one that, I don't need one that big for Mondo. But if they could do this type of anime look plus the Spider-Man Spider-Verse figures.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, an animated look X-Men. Yes, please. 100%. Totally.
Looks awesome.
Indeed. So excited for that. All right, John. It's time for Toy Hauls.
Who's going first?
I think you went first last time, didn't you? I think. I may be wrong.
You got a lot of stuff?
I have a decent amount of stuff.
Okay, you go. I only have a couple things.
Okay. Well, if you've paid attention to the channel, you know that I've picked up a lot of Ghostbuster stuff. I did an Ecto 1 review. I got that a couple days ago, or I don't know, Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Some people are hating on this, saying it's really cheap. It's not. Like, it's a good, for modern toys. And again, if you compare it to the Mattel releases from 2016, they didn't even do any type of decently sized figure version of the Ecto 1. They only make a little one for the blind bag figures.
Yep.
That's the only Ecto 1 they did.
And that looks just as good as the Kenner one.
It so again, nostalgia, take nostalgia out of it.
Yep.
This is a really solid Ecto 1. Yes, there's no door on this side, but these two doors open up. It's a bit of a bummer that the gunner seat takes up that row, but somebody asked, you can flip that seat up front if you wanted to and have a row of seats.
Huh.
But I really dig it. I really dig this thing. And you have the RTV trap that comes out the back. A lot of color to it, more than the Kenner Ecto 1 did. It's it's a little bit thinner, a little bit shorter, but it's actually a little bit longer. It has the same style translucent plastic for the lights like the Kenner one did. I think this thing looks great.
What was the retail?
$29 maybe. I think it's $26.
Not bad.
It's funny. It's like it's $1 more than you would expect for all of the figures.
Right.
Whereas like this was 26, like I was thinking like 24.99. It was 26.
Mm-hmm.
The action figures are like 10.99 when you think 9.99. So it's all like it's like $1.50 more than you would think.
Right.
Which I don't know if that's a Target thing. Maybe Walmart's like $1 cheaper whenever
They
get
had to
them.
add a little extra to for those white wall tire stickers.
Oh my God. If you watch that video,
Yes,
I had
watch
to
it.
speed it up times 20 because seriously, it took me 30 minutes to put these stupid white wall stickers on. And this one's the bad one because I messed it up. You can see it doubled up there and you can see the gap on it right there. Ah, terrible.
That looked miserable to do.
Oh, I was sweating. It's terrible.
What a bad idea. Let's split the sticker in half.
Oh, like who could do? No kid could do that. I'm in my late 30s. I couldn't do it. And for any parent, I care about toys, and it was ruthless. What about a parent that doesn't give two craps about this toy?
Yeah.
How many of these for kids are not going to have that white wall sticker on the tires?
They'll get the front ones if they're lucky.
Right? It's like the party wagon, the Ninja Turtles party wagon, the 88 one.
Yeah.
So many that I find have the front face upside down.
Yeah.
And you know parents are like, F it, whatever, it's good enough. Oh, yeah. Why do they paint those damn tires? I know. Oh. Again, the front ones weren't bad, but those back with the split, awful. Well, I got that on Monday or Tuesday or something. If you follow me on Instagram, whatever that day that was. And then Briar Creek had the plasma blaster.
Oh, that's cool. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's a pretty good size. So there's two different versions of the Neutrona wand. There is like just a generic one that doesn't have any light up features or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I think Walmart's doing those pre-orders right now, maybe getting them in toy shelves. Target has not gotten those yet. But this is kind of the deluxe one. I'm working on a video review of this right now. But it's kind of cool. It definitely looks like the one from the movie, it's blue, much like the Kenner ones.
Yep.
It has this, caution tape stripe on the handle, which is different. But it has little switches that I thought would be real that don't do anything, but they're just there for fun. And there's a little trigger like the old school Kenner one that lights up the front and has sounds and stuff like that. So it's kind of like a junior version of their really nice Plasma Series one. Yep. And then it has these attachments. So there's like 10 different ways you can. This is like a ghost trap attachment, which is kind of cool. So you could like shoot and then catch Slimer, which is kind of neat.
Oh, that is cool.
And then there's another attachment for like a bone, like a extra blaster, and you can move the Neutrona blast around. It's okay. And I guess the point is you can kind of like customize and change it and do like a handle blaster or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But again, a little too pricey. You'll get my full review soon on the channel.
Very Power Rangers like with being able to change stuff on weapons.
But I will say there's no off switch, so it powers down eventually.
It'll eventually shut off.
Yeah, so as a parent, that's annoying. There should be an off switch. Hasbro. So Alex has got a kick out of this. The figures, if you can still hear it, see, it's still going. I can't just turn off. So I got a full set of the heroes with the different ghosts. So I'm planning to do a video on that soon. So I got a full set of those today. And at that Target, they had... Oh, good. Finally turned down. Thank God. They had a full case of the Mini Puff Surprise.
Wow.
So Alex and I opened all the first 6 of them. Mm-hmm. And luckily, since this was a shipper case fresh, I was able to find out or see that there is a numbered stamp on them. And you're able to tell which one, because there's 6 different mini puffs. and you are able to tell which mini puff comes in which canister.
Oh, wow.
So I'm working on that video now. Alex and I opened up. I tested the theory because I looked at all of them, and there's 12 per case. And basically, if you get a case fresh, the top row, so these 6 on the top, will be different mini puffs in each one. And then the ones beneath, there's another row of 6, will also be another set of the full 6. So they're not randomly assigned. They are numbered, but I'm working on that video right now. And I saw a few comments in sections in the comics. If you thought ectoplasm was messy, these things are the messiest slime something or another that I have ever come in contact with. It's sticky. It's like real marshmallow goo.
Is it like fluff? Or is it a different consistency than that?
It's similar to marshmallow fluff, but it is so sticky. Whereas like ectoplasm kind of gels up and stuff like that, or even Mattel slime, stuff like that. Holy moly. This is the gooeyest. It's all white. You won't see it in the video.
Is it supposed to be edible?
It's not edible. Don't eat it. It smells like glue. Maybe they used Elmer's glue.
It may be. It's half cured Elmer's.
But oh man. So, I did the video with my camera right here, and Alex and I were sitting here doing it with no expectation of what was inside it. And I was like, oh my God, this was a mistake. I put paper towels down everywhere because it got everywhere. It took forever to clean it. So beware. But again, if you find these in the wild, look at the numbers. It's numbered 1 through 6 at the very end of it's kind of etched into the side of the can. And 1 through 6 will get you all different 6 mini puffs that are inside. So just something to be aware of. Again, I'm going to do a full-on review of this maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, probably. So I went to that Target knowing that was there. I really wanted to get a full case. It was there yesterday, and I was like, there's no way it'll still be there today. So I just went anyway this morning, and it was still there. No one had even bought a single one from it. So I was like, all right, people had their chance. I don't feel too bad buying a whole case of these things. So I did. But also, it was the Triangle Town Center Target, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. And I assume that's there'll be plenty of these things. So if you hate me for it, I'm sorry. But I'm doing it for the good of toy collecting. Now you'll know who's what in which box. Yep. But while I was there, I was like, cool, I got the thing I came here for. There's one other a figure set that's not Ghostbusters that has been very high on my list to buy. And as I'm giddy as a schoolboy that I found the mini puffs, I was walking away and I just glance upon one of these that I'm really, really wanted. It has been 20 some odd years, 25 years, maybe, since we've gotten the Ford Explorer, the Jungle Explorer in toy form for your action figures. And Mattel finally has made a Jungle Explorer. So excited for this set. So once I get through all the Ghostbuster stuff, I'm going to do one on the Blaster. Mini Puffs are next, then the Blaster, and then maybe the figures. But maybe I'll just go to this. I can't wait to open it up. Is this T-Rex Escape Pack. So it comes with a Tim, who looks pretty good, the goggles, the Jungle Explorer, and a T-Rex in a pretty darn close deco to the movie. Probably the most accurate one I've seen.
That T-Rex looks really... The paint on it looks fantastic.
Yeah. Really pumped for this set.
That's awesome.
And again, it was laying like this on the shelf. There's only one. And I guess Galance was like, yes! Yes!
I'm happy for you. Because every time we talk about or have a list of our most wanted toys, whether there's any chance of them ever being made,
Mhm.
that's always on your list.
It is.
It's
Because the Kenner one's okay, but it's not an exact version of the Jungle Explorer.
mhm.
This is like dead on. It's dead on. I'm so excited. I've always loved that car. It is up there for me with DeLorean Time Machine, 59 millimeter Cadillac Ecto one. It is. I'm so excited to finally have this.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And
did you scream like the Nintendo 64? Internally, I did. Internally, I did. It's the Jungle Explorer!
did you run around with it above your head in Target?
Well, I had already had the mini puff, the full case, and the 4 Ghostbuster figures. So I stacked it all up on each other. And me, again, a grown man, and it was early in the morning at a Target when it's just like the people that are maybe they're there overnight or something. And I'm just walking up with all these toys to the self-checkout. and the lady at the self-checkout at Target's like, do you want a bigger bag? Like one of the big bags for this? Like, no, I can carry it.
If I put it in the bag, it might not come out to mint.
Hey Jay, what would happen if the kid ate the mini puff surprise goop? I don't know. I'd probably just poop it out. I don't know.
Yeah, it can't be toxic. It's got to be something non-toxic.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like Play-Doh. You can eat it, but
you
shouldn't.
don't eat it. Compound will stain or stick to some surfaces. Keep away from rugs and fabrics. Yeah, again, this is worse than ectoplasm or Mattel slime or the retromutagen ooze. This is 10 times stickier. Adult supervision recommended. Absolutely. I would not leave my kids alone with this stuff. Not intended to be eaten, but that means you could probably eat it. Not intended to be eaten means you can eat it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it.
Just like Play-Doh, crayons, whatever.
But see, like Play-Doh has like an allure to it where it's just like, it smells so good. I want it.
It smells good. It's kind of salty.
I've eaten it before. It's very salty.
Yeah. Too
salty to be good, but this I would not. But it doesn't say you die. It doesn't say there's no poison control or anything. So again, I don't think it would taste very good, but again, it's if sequel to this, yeah, absolutely. Like Turbo Man, I intentionally was super excited, but that same like kind of 2 weeks in a row, I was like, but that there was more. I was amongst toy geeks at this thing, so I could be my true toy geek self. This again was a Target Sunday at 8:30 a.m. with like the night crew.
Yeah,
did not give any craps.
They're all about to punch out.
Exactly. Oh man, Phineas, eating it will cancel out your COVID vaccine effectiveness. Don't. Delta variant's getting strong. Oh man. Anyway, all right. Pop actor, no way. Again, I'd eat Play-Doh in front of a live audience. I would not eat that. It smells gross. It smells like a mixture of like model glue and Elmer's glue and acid. It's really bad.
I'm gonna have to pick one up just because I'm so curious.
And again, it's kind of just slightly more expensive than I think it should be. It was like $5.60 or something a can or something like that. It was really random. Like after taxes, it was like $6.05 or something.
Yeah.
Which in my mind, I was like, this is like $3.99. But anyway, I did eat a pack of card gum. Which again, I'd do that again before I ate anything of those cans.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What were the cards?
The Ghostbuster cards. When my son, I have a pack or a whole box of them.
Yep.
You open up some of them.
I forgot that you did that. Live on the show.
Live on camera. Who asked, like, why don't we have more subscribers than we should? Probably that. Probably like, oh, I'm not subscribing to this show. Seth Rogen.
Yeah, we're not going to turn into a show of eating weird things.
What was that show? Fright Factor?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. That's it. Fear Factor. Which I don't remember that show really at all, save for the Chappelle sketch. That is my lasting memory of that show.
Yeah, I don't remember that much about it either.
89 Tops. Listen, that junk card era of Tops stick gum. So good. Still smells like just whatever chemicals they used. Because Zach has gotten into baseball cards and I've gotten back into it as well. So we've bought some old packs because they're still cheap. You can still get a pack of 87 Tops for $1. That gum, man. That again, we're talking about those visceral smells of our childhood.
Yeah.
McDonald's Play Place. What else? But that gum, that Top stick gum, that smell.
Or just going into any video store, the smell of video cassette.
Oh yeah.
The smell of the tape. And not even just Blockbuster, anyone.
Yep. 100%. 100%. Anyway, all right, John, what's your toy hauls for today, my friend?
Mine is really slim. Don't get excited.
You've been lapping me. You've been kicking ass on your toy hauls lately, so I'm okay with you having a chill week.
I know you found this really early. It seems like really early, but I did find the
awesome.
The Patmobile.
Nice.
Pretty excited about that. I love this car. You know,
it's great.
It doesn't even look like a Batmobile, but
I freaking love it.
I was trying to figure out what they used it for, what it's based off of. It kind of looks like a 60s Challenger or a Charger.
Yep.
And maybe a Barracuda or something.
I
don't know. I haven't read that much about it of what like the base that got customized.
Yeah.
But I dig it.
Yeah. Really, awesome.
And of course, after my crazy find at the Restore, the Habitat store, I've been going back every other day. You know, my usual would be once a week.
Sure.
So I didn't find anything like super great, but I got this old mask puzzle. This old
nice
puzzle.
Yeah.
So I got this one, and then I picked up 2 Ninja Turtles puzzles from the 80s.
Awesome.
I got this one, which is like their not so animated look. And then they got that one too.
Dope. That's awesome.
For 50 cents.
That's great. I have a few Turtles puzzles. Those Rose art, I haven't seen those before. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're Rose art, both of them.
And it's funny, your finds of the Motu Staction figures, NECA Stactions. There's been a few people that have commented on the videos about I need to hunt more because if John's finding that.
I found this. This is like it's finding it at Goodwill, you know. Unbelievable.
Insane. And your Restore, is it near where you live? So it's not even
it's like a 4 or 5 minute drive. So it's not really
like a big city Restore. It's just like a random Restore. That's insane.
Yeah, it's across from this super shady motel.
That's how you know it's a good one.
Oh, this motel.
They rent by the hour at that motel.
Yeah. That's a real quick story, not toy related, but because I'm thinking about that motel. When I go to Walmart every morning, I go that way, and it's like the back road.
Yeah.
I don't take the main street to go there. And it was a Monday morning, towards the end of June. Me and Sue were going to Walmart on a Monday morning, and there was a kid running down the street with like all torn up clothes, and he had like a hoodie or a zip up flannel or something on, and it's like 90 degrees. But he was carrying like 2 boxes of drill bits and like a a cordless drill.
Uh-huh.
And this is like 6:45 in the morning, and he's like
Yeah.
running down this middle of the street. And then we were on vacation the next week, so I was just looking at our newspaper online.
Uh-huh.
And sure enough, that kid broke into somebody's house and stole just that stuff. It was on like the police log for the town.
So random to break into a house and just steal drill bits and a drill.
Yeah. And in the police log, it was specific. Stole 2 boxes of drill bits and a cordless drill. Like that's weird. We saw him running away from the scene of the crime.
Wow.
That's the bad part of town.
We don't go there. Except to the restore. We'll go there. But anyway. All right. Well, I think that's as good a place as any to close out. Yeah, I guess I don't know. Why do meth heads need a drill? I don't know why. Oh, you're right, Phineas. John, you could have stopped him like Peter Parker didn't, and Uncle Ben died. What was the butterfly effect of just letting that guy run?
I know. I could have got superpowers.
No, how would you know? Maybe he has to run somewhere to fix something with the drill bits and the drill.
He was late for work. He's a carpenter. Could be a million things.
It's not you don't know. You don't want to put yourself in that situation. You did the right thing, John. Don't let Phineas make you feel bad. Anyway, all right. Well, I think that is as good a place as any to call it for today's. No stump chat. We'll save it for next week. We're already at an hour and a half. Lots to talk about this week, and we'll definitely do for next week's Toy Geek. So that is no way I'm not being freaking drilled to death. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight on Toy Geeks. Remember, if you haven't done it yet, hit that like button. I didn't say anything about Moto Revelation, barely. So definitely hit that like button. And if you haven't done it yet, if you enjoy what we do here at Geek Dad Life, hit the subscribe button and that bell icon to be notified when the latest episode of Geek Dad Life drops. And we'll see. We're in August, John. August 1st.
Start making your Christmas lists.
Pretty much. Costco is already starting to get out its Christmas stuff.
Yep.
A little bit of the Halloween stuff. It's coming. I don't know how, but they found us. Everybody have a good night, and until next time, hasta luego, and goodbye.